Hi guys, thanks for coming in my live. So tonight I'm walking on the track. Right now it's 53 degrees and I don't know how long I can stay on this track because I did not know it was this crisp outside. Like, talk about cold. Just 2 days ago I was talking about how nice the weather was, but tonight it's like crazy. It's very cold out here. You need a jacket, but eventually when I continue walking, I should get a little warm. You know, I don't like the Northeast. When it starts getting cold, I stay inside. It's 6:27 here and it's already getting dark. You know, I always want to move because I don't think I can take this weather the older I get. It's 53 degrees. You need a jacket already, and it's mid-October. That's crazy. So we're supposed to stay pretty much bundled up from October until about March. That's a long time. Sometimes April, it's not warm in April either. So we only get like maybe 3 months of nice weather. The rest, cold. Hi, how are you? Thank you. Um, so yes, people are out here still. Tonight I'm on the track because, like I mentioned the other day, I do like to walk, but not by myself when it gets dark. My my hair is lopsided, probably so. It's just on temporarily. I just hopped it on because my hair is wet underneath. So, but I needed to come for a walk. So I had to do something to make it out here. Like I said, I try to walk every day, at least 10,000 steps per day, just to stay in shape. You're 22, you're young, old enough to be my child. Yada. Hi, Amanda. So, guys, so what I want to talk about today is about how in 2025 we barely have any villages. Like, normally it's either a single mom or if you're two parents, husband and wife, you guys have each other. But like the village that we had in the 90s, well, I will always mention that I'm from Jamaica and I'm from like a community where, you know, we were all together and, you know, we could go to that person's house, they could come to this person's house. All the kids used to walk to school together, you know, play together, whatever. And in these times, I was saying there's no villages, barely, you know. It's like, it's hard for you to even get I'm talking about villages for children, like a family, how there's barely any villages. Like, you basically have to do everything for your children. Most, I'm so happy, Lola, that you beat cancer. You know, I'm happy that you beat cancer. A lot of people don't, but keep going, you know? Well, Simity, I'm fine. I'm walking. So I probably sound out of breath. But I'm fine. I was just talking about villages. How there's not a lot of villages. Like, sometimes people think I don't walk too much. I don't walk enough. I work. My job requires me to sit down, so I need to be active. I think I need to actually walk more, you know? I need to walk more. I don't get enough walk. I need to get 10,000 steps per day. People are out here, grown-ups playing football. Hello from South Africa. What time is it in South Africa? Blue Jays hat. Okay. I don't know anything. This is just trending. That's what I'm wearing. And I love New York, so. Freedom 140. Do you get to walk sometimes? What's the point of working like a dog? I don't get it. That's not the American dream. Freedom. Wherever you're at, are you in America? That's no one's dream to work like a dog. Yes, I am married. Okay, I have not been. Wow, it's midnight in South Africa. Okay, it's a movie reference. What movie? Okay, I'll follow you. You know, guys, it's hard to talk and walk. It's sad. Very hard to talk and walk. I have to really push myself to walk because it's just hard. But, you know, if my life was a movie, what would I name it? I would name it Misunderstood, because I'm misunderstood by so many people. They don't know me. Like, the people closest to me, they misunderstand me a lot. So something like that. Misunderstood. Good morning. But it's so cold out here. Oh my goodness. If you guys are in a warm climate, kudos to you. It's very cold here. And you see that people are still here playing football, and these are adults too. And I love that. Yes, get me to 67 views, guys. Like my video. Like my video. But I come on here because I like to chat. I like to talk, and most of the time when I'm walking, I'm by myself. You know? My family members and friends, they're busy. And they don't want to chat for that long. You know? Thank you, Chris Jackson. Thank you. Yep, being misunderstood is a real thing. Oh my goodness, I need to stop complaining about the weather because I've lived in this state my whole life, pretty much. And I should be used to this weather, but I am not. I will never like the cold, ever. I don't care how appeasing they make Colorado look with the snow. The cold will never be my climate. I talk about anything and everything, so whatever you want to talk about, as long as it's appropriate. As long I'm enjoying the way, I'm enjoying this walk. Guys, I love to walk, so I like to be out in nature, push myself. I can walk in the cold, in the heat, sometimes in the rain, depending on my mood, but walking is good, especially for Americans. They're in the car. We drive a lot, so we have to take time out to walk, be active, to get fit. You know, they're big on getting fit, especially at my job where we sit all day. You know, we always have challenges where we get to how many steps can you do per day. You get prizes for that, but it's an incentive to walk or run. I don't know if you like to walk, run, or go to the gym. Do whatever floats your boat. You like to play a sport. Do whatever makes you happy. So Shasti, where do you live now? I need to move from the Northeast because I just cannot get used to this cold. You know, the cold against your skin. It's October, 16? What's the date? October 17th. And I have to put gloves on. That's insane. Like we didn't have a fall. Well, the weather has been weird. 1 minute it's nice, the next minute it's cold. The next minute it's nice, the next minute it's cold. So it's very wishy-washy. Kat, you mean Carla? My name is Carla. I'm in the Northeast. You see New York? So did you jog for 10 seconds? You know what I like to do? I like to sprint jog, but I'm in no shape right now to sprint jog. I meant sprint walk when I'm at the track. My kids are in track, so that's why I'm always at the track. But it's dark, but there's other people out here, so it feels much safer than where I was the other day in the park. Thank you. So guys, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about today? Where's everyone from? Tell me where you guys are from. Where are you guys from? Please talk to me in the chat. Woo. Alabama, it must be nice and warm down there. Corey, it must be warm in Alabama. You know, I've never been to Alabama. I would love to visit one day. The U.S. is so big, it's just so hard to visit every single state. But I am trying to do that in my lifetime. You know? See every state in the U.S. You know? Because every state is so different. It's so weird. They have similar traits, however, every state is unique, have its own uniqueness. So that's why I'd love to visit every different state. I'm funny and chaotic. I don't know. I guess so. I know I'm all over the place because I do. You know, I don't know if you guys believe in signs, but I'm a Gemini, so they say we're all over the place, or we're overthinkers, and I'll go from one subject to the next. Oh wow, everyone is leaving me. Oh man, I'm not gonna stay on this track for long. You know, it's very nice to see the kids out here after school in sports. I love it because most of these children are just hooked to electronics. It's nice to see the kids out here. You know, they're out here till what, 7 o'clock. Then by the time they get home, they only have about an hour to be on electronics. Silk, we will not talk about that on here. Inappropriate. I don't think marriage has gone to the crap. When it comes to a marriage, I think it depends on the two people involved. When you're in a marriage, you have to work with your partner. You know, it shouldn't be a one-way street, a one-way. You guys have to work together to make the relationship work. You know, people are just, you know, portraying marriage in a very negative and bad way. But it's not a negative thing to be married. I think it's great to have a partner if you're someone who's into marriage. It's not a negative thing. It's great to have a partner, great to have someone there. You can always talk to them, or if you need to go on a trip, they're there. You know, if you need to call them, they're there. They just understand you if you are in a good marriage. But if you're not, just get counseling or something to help you. And that goes for marriage, relationships, anything. I think what people show on social media or portray on social media, it's not true about relationships. There's a lot of negative things being portrayed or pushed out there. I just don't think people should be caught up in the hype. You know, you have to work with your partner. That's so true, Shrey. That is very true. I totally agree with that. Trust, loyalty, maturity, and understanding. Also, communication. You have to communicate in a marriage. If you don't communicate, then it's going to be a problem. You know? You have to try to understand each other for sure, you know? You guys don't have to like the same exact thing in a marriage. You don't have to be the same. Like, I like to go on walks. My husband don't like to go on walks. And that's okay. We have different interests. It doesn't make us not compatible. We just like different things. Good night, Ray. We just like different things. But yeah, you have to be loyal to your partner as well. You know, loyalty is a big thing in relationships, friendships, being a sister, a daughter. Be loyal to the ones who really love you, you know? You know? That's one thing I don't like, a disloyal person. It's like you're loyal to them and then they're doing crazy things behind your back. It's just not good. You know, guys, I have friends, but I like to be alone as well. If someone betrays me, I like to really cut that person off. But sometimes it's not good to just cut people off. You have to talk to them about what went wrong in your relationship, friendship, being a family member. You know, you have to communicate, because sometimes, you know, you're friends with someone or with your family members, you might say something that offend them. And you have to really try to communicate to see how you guys can mend that relationship, if it's like a good relationship. You know? My biggest thing is communication. I like to communicate, and it's just the key to everything. Like, if you don't express how you feel, the other person will not know how you feel. They will not. So communicate in this life with everything, in your relationship, in your employment. You know, you have to communicate. Don't ever be silent about what you're going through. Don't ever be silent to speak up for yourself. Don't ever be silent. If someone has offended you, don't be silent, you know? Speak up for yourself. I'm doing good tonight. You know, I had a busy day today at work, then with the children. You know, sometimes I have to walk just to clear my head, you know, because things can stress you out, but walking definitely helps. Being in nature helps, you know. You need time. This is my 1 hour to myself. When you have a family, you barely have time for yourself, you know? So you guys should always try to find time for yourself, to spend time with yourself, by yourself, you know? You need to be alone sometimes, even though I'm talking to you guys, but you need time alone. Time to enjoy nature, doing whatever you like. If it's walking, going shopping, going to a movie by yourself. Just enjoy yourself. You know? Life is so short. Look at this moment that I'm enjoying. It's very cold up here, and I'm here on this cold track. But you know what? I am not complaining, because I'm enjoying walking. It feels good even though it's cold. You know? Because I'm being active. But do whatever you like in this life, because life is short. I don't know if you guys listen to R&B, but look at D'Angelo, 51 years old, and he's gone. You know, we have no hello from Germany. How is it in Germany? Now it's dark. You guys can't see me anymore. But how is it in Germany? What time is it in Germany? I like that you guys are from all over the world. You see how YouTube connects people from all over the world? Why isn't it good in Germany? What's happening? What time is it in Germany? I can't tell the time when it says it's only 0.52. 52, it doesn't tell me the time when you type it. It does not convert. But why isn't it good in Germany? What's happening in Germany? Let us know what's happening in Germany. Well, hope everything gets better in Germany. And it's so dark. It's time for me to get off the track because everyone has left the track. Oh, the weather is cold. Well, like I was saying here, the weather is cold here too. Do you have snow in Germany? Right now it's 53 degrees and it's like I need a jacket. Probably to you it's not too bad, but I prefer summer, the heat, and for it to get dark later, not at 6 o'clock, 6:53 p.m. Oh, so we don't have snow right now, but yes, where I live, we get snow. But not today, not right today. Today, it's just chilly, very chilly. We get snow in December, sometimes November, sometimes October. It depends. The weather is weird. But mostly we get snow in December. Yes, I've seen it on TV how it's snowing and cold in Germany. How is the summer in Germany? Good? Do you have a lot of Jamaicans in Germany? I see a lot of Jamaicans on YouTube in Germany. So I'm doing 2 more laps and I'm out of here because everyone has left. And as I mentioned before, it's not safe being in this dark by yourself. 3 weeks of summer? Oh no, I couldn't do Germany. I can't deal with the cold, or the rain. Oh, so there's a lot of Arabic people in Germany? Okay, not too many. I have a cousin in Germany. Well, a second cousin that lives in Germany. He's my mom's age, so my mom grew up with him. So he's been in Germany for a long time. I'm not close to him, but my mom talks to him once in a while. And he's Jamaican. I think of course he's Jamaican. He actually cooks Jamaican food there. And I think he sells the Jamaican food. You can follow me. I'll get more information from my mother. And then I'll probably talk about him in Germany. I don't know, but he does live in Germany. He has a German wife and 2 daughters, but I don't know where exactly in Germany. Guys, you hear the plane, right? I live close to an airport, so airplanes are always flying back and forth. I'm at the track close to my home. I'm doing one more lap. After this lap, then I am done. The dark, let's see. It's best to walk when people are out here, but it gets dark so quickly. It's only 6. Oh, it's 12:57 a.m. It's 6:57 a.m. So Germany is 6 hours from here. 6 hours difference. That's not too bad. So you're up very late. You're up very late. We're 6 hours behind you. It's 6:58 p.m. So we're 6 hours behind. One more lap, then we're done because it's too dark. Walking by myself is so scary. There's a tennis court over there. It's very lit up. It's lit up at the tennis court. There's people over there playing tennis. But at the track is dark. Yes, it's almost 7 p.m. I should try to get up early in the morning and walk, but it's so hard to do that. You know, get up and walk. But I need to get my steps in because, you know, we gain weight so quickly and it takes so long for us to lose the weight as you get older. We have to stay in shape. And I don't want to take all these Bernie, I'm built like your auntie. Really? Is that supposed to be an insult? Then I think your auntie's shaped just fine then. It's shaped just fine, honey. Oh gosh. It's well, Bernie, I'm not out of shape. I am definitely not out of shape really bad, hon. Some people might say I look fine, but your reflection is on you. I sound like I'm out of shape. I probably am, but when you see me, I don't look like I'm out of shape. But your weight and your shape is a reflection of you. You know, you have to, if you're okay with how you are, then It's you. You shouldn't let anyone dictate how you feel, you know? Some people are fine. Who, Easy E? Who is that? That's bad, right? Bernie, I'm sorry, hon. I'm married and I'm not out of shape. I'm exhausted because I've been walking for 1 hour. Have you been doing that, or have you been just sitting down talking about your auntie? You shouldn't talk about your auntie, by the way. That's not nice. I'm not exhausted, actually. I actually feel like I can walk another 2 hours, but because it's dark, I'm not going to do it. I actually have a lot of energy right now because I've been walking for about 1 hour. So I have a lot of energy to keep going. But because it's so dark, you guys see? Very dark out here. It's not safe for a female to be out here by herself. Pet life, that's good. I wish I could be in bed right now. Autocorrect sucks. You're just laying in bed, but you're not sleeping. I got it. I got it. You didn't have to correct because I got what you meant. Do you guys like to work out in the dark? I don't do this on purpose. It just happens that way. Like, it's, I came out here at around 6 o'clock and it just got dark that quick. It reminds me of the islands. Like, in the islands, it gets dark really quick. I'm in the US, but I'm on the Northeast, where
the looks Tamara Demko got from the Adelsons that night were so frightening, she said on her show the other night, that she went and bought a gun immediately, went to church, and left Tallahassee in the ensuing days. She was living there. She truly believed that they could kill again. Meanwhile, after the 2000...
Okay, he's not there anymore. Oh, you work out at 6 a.m. sharp. And that's what I need to try to do, because I'm not a morning person. So it's hard for me to get up and wake up and work out at 6 a.m. But the thing is, when I go home, I'm going to have to work out some more after the kids go to bed, because I have to do 10,000 steps per day. If I don't do 10,000 steps, then I haven't met my goal. So I don't think this is 10,000 steps yet, but I have to go finish it at home. Working out in the morning I'm trying to get to that level because I think that's probably better, but I am not a morning person at all. Oh, Tet Life. So if it's 4:35 a.m., then getting up soon to go to bed. I'm sorry. You see, that's you should be getting up soon to get on the road to go to work or school, because it's Friday morning in India. It's Friday morning in India. Okay, so my walk is ending. I'm at the last 300 meters. And then we're heading home. I've been walking for about, I would say, 1 hour, almost an hour. No, I've heard Bollywood, but I have not listened to Bollywood. When I was in college, it's funny, I worked at a Indian restaurant for one day. I don't know why I did that. And I was a waitress because I didn't have any experience. I was about 18 years old, 19, in being a waitress. I worked at an Indian restaurant for one day and then I quit. I don't know why I did that. I just didn't want to be a waitress. It had nothing to do with the restaurant. But because you're talking about Indian Bollywood, I guess I remembered that I did that. And in college, I had Indian friends. Yeah, they were so smart. We used to stay up all night to study together because I majored in MIS, and there's a lot of them in that major. I've heard Bollywood. I know in India, I don't know her, but when I go to we have like a gas station with a mini mart. When I go to the store, she's the clerk. So we always chat. Now she's pregnant, so she said she's gonna come to India to have her child. She's not gonna have the child here. She's gonna have the child in India. Also, my kids, one of their teachers is from India, and she comes there every summer. She's a very nice lady. Oh my goodness, she's so nice. So we always talk about India. Yeah, I went to Dubai, and then I took, like 3 years ago, I took Kuwait Airlines, and it was filled with a lot of Indians going to India. That was my first time going far away from the US, so it was very interesting. They're very nice people, the ones that I've met anyways. Yeah, I love Dubai. I would go back every year if I could, but the flight is so far away. I can't do that long flight. Are you studying? Me, no. I'm not 18 anymore. I'm far away from 18. I'm trying to go back to school, but it's, when you're an adult and you have children, it's kind of hard. And I would just be doing it to say I have the higher degree, because I have a good career. And so it was just say I have a degree. I graduated moons ago when I was 21. I'm sorry, I was 22. I got my bachelor's. I'm very proud of it because when I was, I always tell this story about females who get pregnant in college. That was me. Silly me, got pregnant in college, and I wanted to drop out. And I did not, and I graduated with honors. So it's like just a message to the younger generation. Do not get pregnant in college. Focus on school. And if you do get pregnant in college, don't drop out. You can finish your school with high honors if you have like a good support system. I did have a good support system. My mom was there for me. Um, she was young at that time. So if you guys have a good support system, always accomplish your goals. Don't let society tell you that you have to stop something because um, of their life. You have to do A, B, C, and D in that order. And no, you don't. In life, your life might look different than another person's life. A person might become a doctor in their early years. You might become a doctor in your later years. Don't ever look at another person's life and compare your life. And don't say because, oh, I'm older, I can't do it, or it's too hard for me. If a goal or a dream is what you really want, go ahead and achieve it. Take it one day at a time, one lesson at a time, one moment at a time to accomplish your goals. As long as you're living, do it. And this speech comes from me looking back at when I was a little 21-year-old girl and I was pregnant, and the professor would look at me and say, "Oh, you don't have to come to class, you can go home." But I was determined to get my college degree. And I was like, "No, professor, I am going to finish college." So that's what I did. I have a great career now. And I would say to all kids or to all people who are um, shunning education aside or telling the kids, oh, you don't have to go to school, you can be an entrepreneur. If a kid doesn't have an entrepreneur mindset, they cannot be an entrepreneur. They have to go to school. They have to get a career, you know? So yes, some kids do have that ambition. They're go-getter mentality, but that's not for all kids. The kids in these times, they need to go to school. They're not kids from like the millenniums. They're very different. They're not like kids that are like go-getters, and you have to really nudge the kids in 2025. These, what do they call them, Gen Zs? You know, they have to go to school, you know, and pick a great career, you know. If they're business minded, pick a good business that you're gonna flourish. But when you're young and going through difficulties, don't quit school. Push your way through, or else you'll have a very hard time. Right. I'm just saying for people to not give up. Whatever goals and dreams and aspirations you have, do not give up. You know, people, sometimes you go through challenges before you get to your goal. A lot of people, I know a lot of people, social media have made people compare their lives to so many people. And it's like, stop comparing your life to others. You and another person are not walking the same path. We are different for a reason. I'm Carla for a reason. You're Ruben for a reason. You're Tech Life. I don't know your real name for a reason. We each have different paths. Don't compare your life to me. I know, Ruben, that must be boring, but don't compare to others. I don't worry, Ruben. I know a lot of people who they compare and they have their goals. They can't accomplish their goals because they're comparing. What did they say? Comparison is a thief of joy. The more you compare, the less joyful you'll be. Learn to be yourself. Be independent. Not independent, but do whatever goals you want. You know? Accomplish your goals on your own terms. If you're 50 and want to be a doctor, who says you cannot be a doctor at 50? You know? Do what. Stop letting society and people dictate your life. Stop letting society and people dictate your life, okay? That's all I'm saying. Your life, okay? Always accomplish your goals. And guys, accomplish your goals is what I'm saying, you know? Stop comparing your lives to others. And if you have kids, push them, guide them, nudge them. Help your kids along the way. And for people who have a family, have a village, there's no way that you should be succeeding and you should leave your family at the bottom. That's ridiculous to me. You guys are family for a reason. You're supposed to bring your family and friends along with you on your journey of success. So that is just my spiel for tonight. You know, that's my spiel for tonight. All the cars have left the parking lot. It's now 7:17. I'm not far from home tonight. But, guys, Ruben, I'm sorry I bored you with my conversation. But it just came in my spirit to talk about, people comparing themselves to others, and for us to know that we're all walking our own paths. You cannot compare yourself to me. We're all different. You cannot judge a person because they walked a different path than you. It's not right. It's not fair. Oh, you're in Canada, femboy. We're right next to Canada. I do not like the weather in Canada. I'm right there next to Canada. We have similar weather. Oh, you're in Afghanistan. It must be hot there. It's so nice that we all can connect. I don't know what's important to everyone. It's cold here tonight too, femboy. I was just walking in 53-degree weather, and it's just crazy. The weather is so cold. 53 in my hands, it's freezing. I'm turning my heat on in the car just now because it's so cold. Femboy, are you originally from Canada or are you from a Caribbean island? I have family in Canada. I'm supposed to visit them. I'm supposed to visit my aunt and cousins in Canada, but it's so cold, and I live 8 hours away from Canada by car, about 8, 9 hours. But Canada is so cold. Oh no, I would not go to Nova Scotia. I normally go. I have family in Toronto, so I go there. I've been there I think I've been to Canada 3 times, but because of the weather. But I normally just go in the summer for the carnival. I've been twice for the carnival, and it was nice. The weather was nice there. But I don't think a lot goes on in Canada. Like, Canada just seems so laid back to me. It seems so chill compared to the US. Thank you so much, Antonisha. I like that name. It's different. Thank you so much. I hope I said it right. Okay, maybe I'll visit Nova Scotia. I've never visited Nova Scotia, but I think that's a crazy way to live. It's a crazy way to live, to just stay inside. Like, that would drive me insane. Even though here I'm from the Northeast, so right now it's about the same. We're hibernating soon. Like I said, I still try to get out and walk, even in my jacket in the cold. Like, I'll just bundle up and go walking because I just need to be outside. I don't like the fact that in the US and Canada, we have to stay inside. But I mean, sometimes when you're in a very hot climate, you can't even go out till nighttime anyways, or still in the evening. But I don't want to visit anywhere that's cold. That would drive me crazy. Remy Ma. I like Remy Ma. You know why? She's a Gemini. That's about it. But um, why am I in the darkness? I'm not in the dark. I'm gonna head home now. But I'm on a track. I was in the track walking, and so right now I'm heading. I'll be going home. I'm just chatting to you guys. So I went walking. It was light out when I started walking, and now it's dark. Oh my God, femboy. So how far is your job from? How far is your job from home? You know, you need to move. I don't know. How do people really stay in cold climates when it's so miserable? I think we're also afraid to move and migrate. Like we get so comfortable in our environment and we don't want to move. You know what? I commend the people. I've been watching Americans going to like Vietnam, Thailand, just getting up and moving out of the country. And I wish I had that, courage. I wish I had the courage to do that, to just get up, pack up my family, and go. They say Canada is expensive. How much is your apartment? Canada is kind of like the US. 15-minute walk is pretty long to be walking in the cold. I would say 5 minutes is good. Yeah, I feel weird walking alone. That's why I said uh, I need to start walking in the morning with my friends. Like in the summertime, I walk with my friends, but it gets so dark quickly. Our times are different, or we get off of work at different times. Like my friend, she gets off at about 7 p.m. And in the summer, we can walk together, but in the winter, we cannot because by the time she's off of work, it's already way too dark for us to walk. Well, that's not too bad, femboy. Are you a younger person? Yeah, Greg Maxwell. Yeah, there's a lot of weirdos. That's why I said I get worried walking in the dark. It's just, but there's still people out here. I'm on a track, so there are people out here on the track. And then there's a school in the location. So I was, people were on the track. When's your birthday, femboy? You're December born. I'm afraid at walking alone, but I'm protected by the Most High. So, but I still get worried. Dark. I told my mom that is out in the dark, she would be. I can't tell her I walk late on the track because she would not like that. Or my husband doesn't like it either. But like I said, I mentioned good night. Bye bye.